What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's Router back with another video, and today, well, frankly, today I'm gonna tell you what kind of photography and videography related gear I broke on my holiday back in June in Portugal. Why would I make a video like that? Basically, so you wouldn't do the same things that I did and you could preserve your gear much better than I did. Have to say, I did get a little bit lucky with all that happened in Portugal. And there are one thing that I want to start off with. We were kind of staying in this kind of weird hotel. I don't know, I do say it was kind of odd hotel, and there was a socket, a power socket, quite high up into the wall. I do get it, there was a wall mounted TV and everything, but there was like a socket way off to the side, really randomly, and I had to charge my camera. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna plug this in here and I'm gonna charge my camera, and I was like, how is it gonna hang down the wall? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't take the charger, that's one thing. I forgot to take the charger to Portugal, so I had to use the USB charging straight to the camera. And I was like, how's it gonna hang down the wall? And then I took my USB cable and thinking, if I'm gonna like flip it around that and kind of let the camera sit on it, then it should be safe up there. Totally wrong thinking. Angel was telling me, don't leave it there, it's gonna fall down and you're gonna break something. And I was like, no, look, it's totally fine. And went to the bathroom and I heard a boom. At that moment, the lens on the camera attached was the one that I'm using right now. As you can see, it's still working, so it's fine. Is it fine? I'll talk you through on that a bit later. But this is the USB cable, the original USB 3.0 cable, the Type-C one that you get for your Sony cameras. It did not survive very well. So this is how the cable looks right now. This is the USB portion. It's rather bent and broken, obviously doesn't work. And this is the Type-C portion here, as you can see, is kinda broken and squished as well. And some of you are probably thinking, damn dude, how's the socket on the camera? You know, because this was plugged into the camera, it was falling obviously because it was plugged in like this was broken this way, and this was plugged into the camera. And how's the socket in the camera? Well, the socket is fine. I can say big thanks to the Sony gods that actually they build their cameras in a fairly decent quality, so the socket that's in the camera is totally fine for the Type-C. This cable can go pretty much to the bin, or I can use it as a rope or something, but yeah, it does not work. Talking about the lens though, since I have my ND filter, and you know I like to stick to the cinematic frame rates, as if I'm shooting 24-25 frames a second in a video, I'll probably keep my shutter speed around 150. Well, actually I will try to keep it at 150 if the lighting conditions will allow me. It was not always the case in the last few videos, but now this morning I received the step down ring, because I do have a variable ND filter that is on right now, which is 77mm, but the thread on the lens is 72mm, so that's what I've always been saying. If you do have multiple lenses and you want to use your ND filters on, don't bother buying 5 ND filters, just buy one big ND filter, and then you can buy step down rings that you can attach and change. So I got the 72mm to 77, all screws nicely, put it on. Whatever is the lighting, you can always get the right exposure that you really want to. So from now on I have zero excuses from shooting wrong frame rates in any of my videos. Talking about that, the lens is made completely out of steel. It's heavier than the body itself, so the camera is falling down lens first. First things first, I'm lucky that the lens mount and the camera mount is all steel, metal, it's all fine, nothing damaged in there. But the camera, I'm guessing from the bump on the lens, it landed on the lens. The lens is not circular completely anymore. One of the sides are kind of a bit straight, so that kind of obstructs the way I can screw on my step down ring. Anyways, any of the filters, because the lens thread is not circular anymore, it's straight on one side. It kind of goes on 1-2 times and it kind of gets stuck. Don't want to screw it on any further than that, because I'm afraid I won't be able to get it off. So the cable is done, the camera all around is fine. The lens works perfectly fine, nothing's wrong with it, only the thread kind of side is kind of a bit bent, so it's a bit tricky to get on the ND filters. And that's it. I came home and I was thinking, oh, I got so lucky, my camera is fine, the lens is working, nothing major, I can always replace my cable. Actually, I'm using my OnePlus 6 from my phone, Type-C, really nice. These cables are really good quality. If you have OnePlus 6 phone, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Was unpacking my luggage at home and I was thinking, okay, finally that's done. I've done all the photos, whatever. And I was picking up my tripod. I was literally just picking up my tripod from the bag and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna take it. And I just like pick up the leg and I was like, wow, this is not supposed to be off. Although this is the one that comes off as a monopod, and I was like, what has happened here? And I can actually show you what has happened here. As you can see, this has actually snapped clean off, and I have literally zero idea how it happened. I found this bit here as well, which is the part that kind of goes along with my tripod, and my tripod is now a duopod, if I will. Pretty much what is useful from this, I don't know if this will be ever useful in any situations, maybe. I'm not exactly throwing it out and throwing it away. It has served me ages, so I am not entirely, you know, devastated because it's broken. It has served me a lot. The weather, I've not always been treated it with, you know, the easiest. I have changed the ball head because I lost one of the screws on the ball head. The ball head is removable, so if I want to buy a tripod, this can go on any other tripod as well. And as I said, this thing here screws off, so this is actually a monopod leg, so I can always keep this as a monopod. That's the end of the life of my tripod. I only used it in the start sequence of my Portugal vlog, where I kind of come out of the balcony. If you haven't seen that one, I'll link it up in the iCard, where I kind of come out of the room and I spin the camera around with me. That's the only scene I used my tripod. For the rest of the week, it was sitting in the room. I don't know how it's, maybe somewhere in the airport, maybe, really don't know. Be careful with your luggage wherever you go, especially if you have something really expensive there. I don't know how hard has to be a hit to break a tripod like that. It's a solid built tripod. Got kind of lucky. Lens is working. I still can get the filters on, but it's kind of iffy. All the sockets are fine on the camera. I can always replace a cable. The most expensive lens that I've ever bought, by the way. If you haven't seen the unboxing, I'll link that up as well. Still collecting materials from this lens to do a proper review. I think some of you will be quite excited for seeing this 15mm f2, which you can see you can kind of blur out the background really nicely. Like you can focus on the background and I'm out of focus, and then you can focus here, and it's 15mm, and it's like, wow, so wide. Really nice depth of field, perfect for this kind of sit-down videos. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Is that what I said? Probably. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We've been on the run, 2-3 new subscribers every week, so I'm really happy to see that. I would love to see more down in the comments, you know, some questions, just some chat. How are you guys? You know, I would love to see that a bit more. And yeah, check around for more of my videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.